Hello YouTube, Appius Attius Rulis here, back one more time with another replay for you I want to share. This time, I decided I was going to jump into a FFA listed for small funds. And I think this battle is going to be important to show you because the tactics are an entirely different beast when you're only at 5,000 gold. And I didn't think my army through as well as I thought I did, but I'm still proud of my performance despite some pretty heavy bullying. It's going to be entertaining, especially if you like watching Appius Attius Rulis get sextist Appius destroyed. I think I accounted for myself quite well. So I took a variation on my normal funds, 12,400 skink listing. So instead of taking the 6 skink cohorts with 6 skink cohort javelins, I took 3 skink cohorts and 2 skink cohort javelins just to, basically be a little bit of a fodder / poisoning contingent. And then I also brought a unit of chameleon skinks. I didn't want to forward deploy them too far, so I just put them right here in the woods, just in case my enemy got a little cheeky and decided they were going to put cavalry up here. Then for my hitting power and my real damage dealers, I have Krokgar on the horned one. And then I have the Bastiladon with solar engine. Now let's go ahead and look at the other deployments. Right away you'll notice Beastmen have forward deployed their units. Here comes a unit of Centaurs with throwing axes, backed up by Centaurs with 2 chevrons, and Centaurs with great weapons. As well, the Beast Lord on a chariot and Razor Gore chariots are coming around the corner. And that's his entire army, those 5 units. Meanwhile, look at this deployment. 5,000 funds, remember? This player, Spartan Lord 67, brought Swords of Chaos, the Regiment of Renowned Chaos Knights, and Archaon the Everchosen, totally stacked to the gills with abilities and stats and traits. The Empire player, kind of similar to me, but able to squeeze a little bit more out of his army. A line of Spearmen, which is actually going to be a bit of a benefit for him later on. General of the Empire on a horse, the silver bullets, and 3 units of handgunners. And he was also deployed intending to come after me. So right away I get some shots off. I notice that this is coming at me, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. I decide I'm going to put my chameleon skinks up here, maybe rain some shots down on them that they weren't expecting. And I immediately put my infantry into action, and I start moving Krokgar up. He's anti-large, and he's good at it. He's not on his He's not on Grimlock, but look at the damage that the skink javelins are able to throw into the lightly armored, unshielded units here, and kapow! That Bastiladon with solar engine is going to rank me up some early points, and right away I have the advantage here, and I'm like, you know what, I can take this engagement, this will be just fine, especially if Chaos and the Empire are going after each other. I have no idea at this point what Chaos has brought. I wasn't able to spend any time doing scouting, and I'm trying to scare off these chariots, because they'll do a real number on my skinks, which is unfortunate for me. But Krokgar has already routed this unit of Centaur throwing axes. I need to activate these guys right away, and here come the great weapons. I'm just hoping to bog them down and get somebody into a position here. And here I'm like, you know what? This actually isn't that bad for me, because I have so many skinks here. I could just totally surround this unit of Centaurs while my Bastiladon solar engine gets some easy kills. And sure enough, there he goes. Keep in mind, the Bastiladon solar engine also has skinks who are also poisoning the enemy with their shots. The Chaos player runs straight over the hill, and here I notice Archaon the Everchosen is here. I'm just going to start throwing javelins his way as well, and maybe even once I get a shot off on these nearly regrouped. Oh, what a miss. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to retarget to get Archaon with the solar engine, because it's the best hope I have of getting some early damage. As well, and here comes this charge. Watch the chameleon skinks melt when the Chaos Knights get there. Just gone. Absolutely gone. What a hit that was. That charge bonus from them, insane. Is only, I mean, it looks like it's not even that good. It's only a 44. Or that's Archaon's charge bonus. What's the charge bonus on that cavalry? Yeah, 44. Anyway, so here I am now getting run over by chariots. Krokgar has been chased off temporarily. And, oh no, wait, here he is. He's about to get chased off, especially when friendly fire from the Bastiladon solar engine happens. I didn't know that was a thing. The Chaos Knights are going to go ahead and wrap up all of this, but I get some support, some unwelcome support from the Centaurs. But that's when I notice, oh no, 3 units A free company. Oh, free company militia? Yeah, I thought they were handgunners. Okay, so here comes a free company militia just to make my life even more abysmal. At this point, I'm going, wait a minute, I'm getting bullied here, guys. This isn't fair at all. Get another shot off with my Bastiladon with Solar Engine, which has been blissfully left alone by the Swords of Chaos. And here comes Archaon with a burning head. And his points just launch himself up after that. I'm getting some really good shots off of my Bastiladon Solar Engine. I mean, I've used a lot of his ammunition now at this point. You can even see some of the skinks on the back getting some extra work done as well. And I'm just trying to get as many points as I can from somewhere. I'm sending in Krokar to try and wrap up some more of these units. And keep in mind, the Chaos player only brought 2 units. And it's at this point I'm starting to realize, well, now wait a minute. 5,000 funds. By bringing the skinks, I have brought points to the other players who are bringing small amounts of elite units that can clean all of this up. And that is exactly what the Chaos player is doing. I'm still holding a lead, but I know this is tenuous. I'm basically getting 3v1'd here. So I'm not going to be here much longer. I'm trying to get some easy points wherever I can find them, like like some Centigores or throwing axes who are holding still. These Centigores are routing, so I'm not going to get any points on them anymore. So I'm thinking maybe I could pull my Bastiladon back, get some use out of him later. Krokar, blissfully still alive. He's already done all the healing I'm going to get out of his cold-blooded ability. And he'll do okay here, I'm hoping. Especially if I can maybe get some support for the Bastiladon that doesn't hurt my own unit. But Krokar just cannot handle this alone, not without Grimlock. He's getting pushed around and bullied by these Razor Core chariots. Soon he's going to be out of the picture. The handgunners have come after my units. Oh, and here goes another burning head from Archaon, racking up even more points. So the points from the early game between Super Squirrel with the Beastman and myself have pretty much been decided. That's as good as it's going to get. I decided I'm actually going to try and chase off these Centigores with my Bastiladon, but because they're now routing, no points for me. I need to immediately turn around and start targeting either the Beast Lord or the Razor Gore chariots. That's exactly what I'm going to do, but Archaon decides he wants to go ahead and get these nice, juicy 5,000 points off my Bastiladon and Solar Engine. I get a nice hit off on the Beast Lord, a little bit of damage, but at this point, I'm like, okay, I'll just melee you. Okay, fine, why not? And I'm going to be taken off the board first, but with a really impressive showing of 4,350. I think that's impressive for these funds. Chaos players, or the Beastman player says, you know what, I still have 3 chariots on the field, and the Empire brought nothing but infantry. I'm going to go straight for their juicy handgunners, but wait, they're not handgunners, they're free company militia. The General of the Empire gives them a nice little bonus from Stand Your Ground, but really that's just going to turn into more points for chariots. And each time those, even with just move orders, oh, look at this, the regrouped Centigores get a hold of the silver bullets, but here comes some spearmen to chase them off. Or is he going to leave them in there? Just leave them in there and try and get points out of them as long as he can. And it's helping. It really is helping. The Empire player with only 1,100 points and the Beastman player rocketing up here. But look at that. Archaon the Everchosen, another burning head. Look at these points just fly up. And then Archaon goes straight into the silver bullets with a huge charge. The Chaos Knights are waiting for the enemy to react, and now this is an unbraced spearman going after Archaon. Okay, well he's actually just going to go straight for the blob. Brings down another fire spell. That actually missed entirely, a complete whiff. Silver bullets are trying to put some damage in on Archaon while the General of the Empire chases him. And the chariots are just going to continue to just pull through as much of these units as possible. Now the spearmen, that's still points that they can earn, but as soon as they break, no more points for the chariots. So the chariots are going to have to find a new target, and quickly. I would recommend any of these blobs here. The handgunners, the silver bullets are doing what they can against the Swords of Chaos, definitely getting some points. But at this point, the difference is just too much unless Setsuna Ogiso here, as the Empire can find a way to be the last man standing and gain that bonus. But look at this. What a charge. Right down the back line. And that is another burning head. Another burning head from Archaon the Everchosen, who must have had just the best winds of magic this game. And it's going to continue downhill. And is it going to get this unit as well? Or is it just going to miss that spearman? It just missed that spearman. What a lucky break for those regrouped spears. And here comes the Beast Lord again, returning to battle. And looking for the silver bullets, hopefully before they break. Nope, he's actually going off to find another target. No, he's changed his mind again. He's going into the silver bullets. Oh, good. They had just recovered their morale, so those points definitely counted. And at this point, you can tell Spartan Lord, with those burning heads and with his just 2 elite, nearly unkillable units, he's looking really good on the points. He's looking really good on the points. Super Squirrel is probably the only one who could still catch him, and that's if he can get, the 3,000 out of this unit, the 2,000 out of that unit, 2,000 out of that unit, less, considering they're going to break before all of them will die, all of their hit points are gone. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to pull his units around and then bring them back. He doesn't even care about chaos at this point. He's going to go right back into these Empire units. I think he should have gone after the unbraced spearmen here rather than going for the silver bullets, because as soon as they got there, they break. No points. See what I mean? You need to go for these unbraced spearmen. Yes, they're anti-large, but you're still in chariots. They're unbraced. They're moving. You'd get a great charge off. As compared to here, see, the Chaos player wisely decided, nah, these are braced. I'm not going to hit them. The Empire player is going to go ahead and start trying to reform his units. Archaon's going to try and sneak around inside and hit them from the flank, and it's a huge hit right away. Meanwhile, these chariots just go ahead and they rout the spearmen, so they have to immediately move into the next one. Chaos hits another unit of spearmen. Chaos and the beastmen, they're not even bothering with each other. They both know that their points are right here, so that's it. The Empire player is broken. They might get a unit regrouping later on. I think they have the possibility of a free company coming back later, but the Empire player, Setsuna Ogiso, is done. And here, you'll notice Empire and Beastlord chasing their respective units of the Empire. No points. So any second now, these two are going to realize they're not getting anything out of the Empire, and they're going to have to come and fight each other. But they're also wondering, okay, well, where's Setsuna Ogiso's last unit that isn't routing yet? There should be the ability for... Oh, and look at this. Archaon with a beautiful fireball that just obliterates the Beast Lord and puts him up to over 5,000 points. It was an incredible shot. I was in the chat. I was giving the Chaos player mad props for that. I was like, that was fantastic. I was cheering a little bit for the Empire player, hoping that the Empire could find a way to put out enough damage to keep me in the lead. But that wasn't to be the case. All the Empire has left now is this unit of Free Company militia. The Beast player has decided to chase a unit entirely off the field with its Razor Gore chariot, but now he's going to have to do something. And he's going to have to do something about these Swords of Chaos and Archaon the Everchosen. So we're going to get one last desperate charge here as these chariots get into position. And keep in mind, this is my deployment zone. The battle never left my own deployment zone. Any second now. Yep, here we go. Here comes that final charge of the chariots into Chaos Knights. And unfortunately, Chaos Knights are not as easy to run over as infantry. There goes one chariot, and the other one routes. And that's a done deal, is, I believe, Archaon, somewhere around here, might be with that unit. Yes, he is. Routes that last unit of handgunners just from the sheer sight of them. And that is the end of that. So, why did I show this replay? Why did I show Appius getting completely mullered by 3 armies at once? Because of the unique choice made by the Chaos player. I kind of realized after a moment, in small funds, it's really more important to deploy as few hit points as possible, but still have enough hitting power to wreck whatever your opponents bring. Now, can you counterpick this? Absolutely. You can absolutely counterpick this, but the Chaos player never lost a unit. and gained 6,724 points with 354 kills. Super Squirrel got 479 kills almost entirely on skinks and on Empire infantry. And I still managed to get second place because, and that's honestly just from a side effect of the fact that I had all of the enemy come to me. I was able to put up some early points quickly against Super Squirrel, and then try to do a little bit of damage here and there, pegging shots at Archaon under the command of Spartan Lord. But it was just enough to keep me in second place at the end, but it was not enough to be the last man standing, which at smaller funds is an even more significant bonus. I think in this case it's 1,000, maybe 1,500 point bonus. And when you're dealing with scores between 5 and 2,500, a point differential of 1,000 or 1,500 is a massive boost. And as well, like I said, you're bringing fewer hit points to the table. You're giving fewer points for your enemies to score. And on top of that, at small funds, most everybody else is bringing, like I did, or like Setsuna Ogiso did, small amounts of, small weakly armored infantry, and they're just point bags, and that was the mistake I made. I really, if I had a second go at this, I might have actually brought instead a, let's see here, Krokgar on Grimlock, and maybe another Feral Carnosaur, or maybe a Skink Priest just with Doomflock on a Stegodon mount. At that point, it's not even a Skink Priest anymore. It's just a Stegodon with Doomflock. But you get the picture. Fewer points, fewer opportunities for the enemies to gain points. And the other thing that worked really well in Spartan Lord's favor was that these two units have high armor, and they were really able to get the work done. And I mean, let's not forget the work that Super Squirrel was able to do after against my army, as well as into the Empire army. Super Squirrel at the end really trying to gain as many points as he could, just to hopefully get ahead of me and maybe get enough points to get ahead of Spartan Lord when he won. But after that pick, Spartan Lord had basically already won the game. So it was a very, very fascinating look at small funds, meaning 5,000 funds, free for all. And also a fantastic look at what happens when you bully Appius out of the game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did, even though I was defeated humiliatingly. I'm proud of my second place finish, though, I will say that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoy. Have a great night.